There is one thing that quietly changes the entire dynamic in an extremely difficult marriage. It's not doing arguments better. It's not perfect communication. And it's not even stronger boundaries. Those are the things everybody says. But here's the thing. Calm. The truly calm woman becomes very difficult to control. And today I want to explain why. Because this is not about becoming cold or detached or emotionally shut down. It's about becoming internally steady. And when that happens, everything changes. But before we go further, if these conversations help you feel clearer and stronger, I invite you to like and subscribe to this channel. It helps this message reach women who are quietly learning how to reclaim themselves in their difficult marriage. Now, to be clear, control rarely looks like obvious domination. More often, it looks like emotional hooking. Something gets said, your nervous system reacts, you explain, you over-explain, you defend, you clarify, and suddenly you're inside an argument that you never intended to have. That's the old dynamic. Because whoever controls the emotional temperature controls the interaction. And many good-hearted women don't realize how much emotional labor they've been doing just to keep things stable. It's exhausting. So, let me clarify something important. Calm does not mean silence, and it definitely does not mean passivity. And it absolutely does not mean tolerating hurtful behavior. I want to be clear. Calm means your nervous system is no longer reacting automatically, no longer being triggered. Instead, you can pause, you breathe, you choose your response. Because you're not trying to win, you're not trying to prove, you're anchored. And that anchoring changes the entire field around you. Now, we know that control dynamics depend on predictability. If he knows, and by this point in your marriage, he knows what will upset you, what will make you defend yourself, what will pull you into explaining, then he knows how to steer the interaction. And that's where calm breaks that predictability. When you stop reacting instantly, when you stop chasing resolution, when you stop over-explaining, the usual levers stop working, and suddenly the dynamic shifts. Not because you forced anything, but because you're no longer playing your old role and playing his game. Now, here's the surprising part. Calm isn't power over him. It's freedom from him. A calm woman is not trying to control the outcome. She's protecting her internal state. That woman understands I am responsible for my nervous system, not his. And that realization alone changes everything. Because once you stop managing his emotions, you can focus on managing your own peace. When a woman becomes genuinely calm, one of two things usually happens. Either the relationship begins to reorganize around her steadiness, or in some cases, the patterns become so clear that she finally sees the truth without confusion. And that's a victory too. Because in both cases, she's able to return to herself. And that's what we want. So here's the real transformation. She's no longer fixing. She's no longer the emotional manager. She's no longer the peacekeeper at all costs. She becomes the woman who can sit in a room without losing herself. Quietly grounded, clear-eyed, emotionally sovereign. And that kind of calm cannot be controlled because it doesn't depend on anyone else's behavior. Now, if you're starting to feel this shift, something in this is resonating you, even just a small movement towards calm, that's not you becoming distant. That's you coming home to yourself. I want you to know that in our Detox Your Marriage community, which is free, moderated, we help women build exactly this kind of internal steadiness without hardening their heart or losing their compassion. If you'd like to go deeper and to help understanding what this looks like applied to your specific situation, you can schedule a 15-minute quick start call. The link is down below. And before you go, please like and subscribe and maybe drop a comment in the comment section. Have you noticed how the dynamic changes when you're able to stay calm instead of reacting? As many women don't realize that that is the moment of the beginning of change.